Yo, what's going on YouTube? Okay, Cube World is currently in alpha, which means you can now buy, download and play it, and I strongly recommend you do so. But I figured I would put together this video to show you kind of a few of the basics at the start, because it does kind of drop you in at the deep end. It doesn't give you a lot of guidance, and as a result I've seen a few people on the forums complaining, and I don't really want people being put off, because this is a genuinely good game and I do enjoy it, and I think other people should enjoy it too. So hopefully I'll be able to clear up some of the sort of confusion at the start. So let's jump straight in. I have currently made a rogue. He's only level 2 at the moment, so I haven't got a lot of progress, but this will kind of sort of run you through the start of the game. So there are 4 classes in total. There is a rogue, a ranger, a mage and a warrior, and each of those have 2 pathways you can go down. The rogue, for example, can be either an assassin or a ninja. I've chosen the ninja path. They don't differ too much at the moment. They've basically got their final skill will be different, but other than that they share throughout the rest of them. And then obviously classes will suit different playstyles. You know, ranger for long distance, mage if you want magic types, rogue is all about kind of speed and evasion, and then the warrior is your kind of tank class. But yeah, pretty much when you jump into the game, I haven't really sort of changed much from the start, so the only thing you'll see at the bottom, ignore the number 1 skill, you won't have that at the start. All you'll have is M1 and M2, which is left mouse and right mouse. Your left mouse is basically your first attack, and the second one is your special attack. Now the special attack hinges on MP, which is your second bar, the one on the right, and MP is accumulated when you attack enemies. So if we go up and hit this duckbill, for example, you'll see that the MP increases, and then the higher it is, the more damage it does. So if I only hit with, say, 10, it'll do less than if I hit with the full 100. So yeah, at the start of the game, for the first couple of levels, they are the only 2 moves you're going to have, so it might seem a bit repetitive combat-wise, but that is kind of the start of it. But then from there, you can get more skills, and then obviously you can get other things like I've got number 1 at the moment, which can dash around. But yeah, ignoring that for now, the first thing you're going to want to look at is going to be your inventory. If you press B, and in fact, no, let me double back. If you press F1, this will be your kind of lifesaver in this game. This is your quick kind of shortcut to the button mapping, so if you don't know how to open certain things, you don't know what buttons do, then F1 will bring up everything you can possibly want. But yeah, going back to inventory, if you bring it up with B, right at the start, what they will do is they will give you all the weapons that you can use as a class. So for example, as a rogue, I can use dual blades, I can use a longsword, or I can use fist weapons, which I currently have. So if you do want to try out, say for example, if you're a warrior and you want to try out some of the different moves, then that is what you should be doing. And then the other thing is, at the start you will also have some potions which will be on queue. Now potions you can use to heal you while you're in combat, whereas other things like food you can't do. Now if you bring out the map, this is going to be an important thing, because you will probably be dropped in the middle of nowhere. You won't be dropped in a town, and you won't be dropped at a quest. So the things you're going to want to look for, there will be 2 icons. If you see right here, well actually let's say 3. This is you, so depending on which way you face, your little head turns around. Then you have the sword icons. Now these indicate quests. They can be quite a trek to sort of get to them, but this is basically when you walk to an area, you don't have to speak to someone. As soon as you get in the vicinity, it basically says your quest has begun. Make sure you know, typically it's kill some kind of strong enemy within the area. The only other icon you won't see at the moment because I'm quite close to the city, but there will basically be an icon which is a load of buildings, and that indicates where your town is. So you'll probably start off in the middle of a field, and then your best bet is to kind of work towards the town at the beginning, so you can buy a few things and get some equipment, and then you can go off on your quests. Now the important thing you do need to remember is that at the start it is going to be kind of brutal, because you have to kind of level up fighting sort of some of the low level monsters. You know, you get like 1 or 2 experience each time, so leveling can be a little bit slow, and some of the quests are quite brutal, because you'll go and try and find try and fight the final boss, and then you'll get destroyed. The best thing to think about when you see enemies, the current run I'm fighting, you'll see for example it's got a blue name. If the enemy has a blue name, then it means you can basically take it on, even though I'm almost losing here, so let's try not to worry about that. But yeah, blue name typically means you can fight them, whereas a red name would indicate that you would probably get destroyed. So you're going to want to kind of like use that to sort of caution yourself at the start, because things will take you down quite fast. On top of that, your other menus. So again, if you go from F1, you've got skills, crafting, HP bars, inventory, and world map. So we've seen the map, we've seen the crafting. If we go to the skills menu next, you'll see that basically, as I said before, each class has a specialization. So on the left is assassin, on the right is ninja, I've recently respec'd because I want to be a ninja, because I want the final skill which lets me throw shurikens, but where I'm an assassin I would be able to go invisible. And then from there you can then get other skills, for example pet master, so you can have pets, climbing, and then that goes into hang gliding, and then swimming and sailing and things like that. So yeah, this is basically where you get your skills. You can change between classes by speaking to a class trainer in town, but if you do want to know exactly how to do that, I've done a video on changing classes. So next up is crafting, and basically yeah, if you bring up this menu, you can craft a variety of different things, be it weapons, armour, amulets, food and potions and things like that. Now if you want to do anything to do with food or potions, then you need to make sure you're at a campfire. But once you're there, you can see, for example, this one, if I wanted to make a pumpkin muffin, I've got enough of them, so all you do is you click the icon down there and it creates it for you. Items like this you can only sit still when using, so make sure that if you're going to heal, if you're trying to sort of make them as healing items, don't rely on them in the middle of a fight because they're not going to be much help. You want to make sure you make potions for that one. But that is pretty much it for the start. I'm only doing this as a kind of brief overview. I am going to be doing other videos to kind of explain things more in depth, but I just kind of want to go over the basics so that when you get dropped into it, you're not like, oh my god, what do? I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do, I don't like this game and I'm going to go away. So yeah, the important thing to do is when you start your game, go to the nearest town, have a look around there, make sure you kill things on the way and destroy plants and things like that on the way, because then you can sell them when you get to town and get a bit of money to then go and buy things, and then make your way towards some quests. Don't be put off at first if you can't defeat the boss in the quest, because at least if you can defeat the mobs around them, then it's an easy way to level up, and then you can kind of try and progress towards your next thing. But the most important thing is just to explore, because this is a great game, and it's got it's got an amazing visual style. It's clearly kind of based on Minecraft and the visual style, but then in terms of gameplay, it's kind of like Monster Hunter meets Zelda meets kind of Diablo sort of thing. It's it's very kind of open world explory, but then there's also the kind of hunting aspect, and there is multiplayer in it as well. So it's great. So that is pretty much it for the kind of getting started guide. I'm going to wrap it up there. So hopefully you found this helpful. If you have any major questions, then drop a comment down below and I will try and do a video for it to answer your question. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and share this video. It does really help me out. And obviously don't forget to subscribe. Also don't forget to check out the Facebook page, the Twitter page and the Arekkz Gaming website for all your news throughout the week. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.